Hi guys, I'm back with another one. I hope you've been enjoying my videos. Let me know what you guys want to see, anything that comes to mind, anything about self-improvement, guys. I'll see if I can give it a go. This video is going to be about mindset of high achievers and what separates them from the rest. The pattern that nobody talks about, guys, is high achievers aren't smarter. They're wired differently. So average people try habits. High achievers become the type of person who does the habit. So they don't try it, they just do it, right? It's like a mindset shift as well. So it's like one person might say, I go to the gym, another person might class himself as an athlete. Like, I'm not officially an athlete, guys, but I class myself as an athlete. That's the way I train, and that's the way I take care of my body. It's like someone also saying, oh, I'll try to start a business versus I'm a creator. See the difference of trying and like, whereas one person fully believes in his head that he is a creator, he is a businessman. So we need to make that shift, guys, and it just makes it a lot more easier. So we need to identify ourselves as being that person instead of wanting to be that person, if that makes sense, guys. We don't need to wait for accomplishments to be that person. We can change that in our mind straight away. So once the identity is set, action is automatic, guys. All right, I'm going on to point number 2, environment change. Guys, you have to be ruthless with this, right? You cannot be in an environment that is detrimental to your goals and to what you believe in as well, guys. So like it's like myself who believes in self improvement and who believes in bettering himself physically and mentally and who's got a YouTube channel talking about it. Like I'm also a content creator, but then I drink every weekend and you see me in the nightclub. Like that does not make sense, guys. Or me then chasing after women or being very lustful, and any woman I see, I'm just going to her, using all my energy, chatting to her. Whereas I don't believe this is correct. That environment for me is not correct as well. Going to clubs and probably indulging in like alcohol and talking to loads of women. People who do that, fine, but for what I believe in and for my environment, that is not a good environment. More so, a good environment for me would be a running track, going to the gymnasium, a swimming place, a spa. These things correlate with me, or even a supermarket, guys. Going to get some meat or going to the butchers. These are the environments that I need to be in, right? Like, or even probably I don't drink coffee, but even a coffee shop where I can take my laptop and do some editing on some content. They're the kind of environments I want to be in. And guys, you've got to be ruthless when it comes to friends, if it comes to family, if it comes to things that you don't align with and things that you know can change the trajectory of your results because of a certain environment or a place that's just not good for you. It's got to be ruthless, guys. You've got to be cutthroat and you cannot be in them environments. Like, guys, I avoid so many places that I could be because I know it's not good for me, right? And also, like another point that I want to make is willpower is not enough, guys. I don't drink, I don't do certain things, but if I go to the club this Saturday, I probably won't drink, right? I'll have a little boogie. If I go next Saturday, I probably won't drink again. But I guarantee you guys, if I keep turning up to the club every week, there's gonna be one day where I'm gonna slip up, where one day where my willpower is not gonna be enough, right? And I'm gonna end up drinking. It's just a bit of common sense, guys. We can't fight willpower all the time, right? Sometimes we need to make things easy for ourselves. So I just find it easier. Why should I even go there? I'm just gonna avoid the place totally. So then that means there's zero chance of me drinking, right? Because you gotta think every time you're in a certain bad place, there's always a certain percentage of you doing something in that place, and being in that environment when everyone's doing it, it makes it so much easier to for you to accept that it's fine as well, even though it goes against your goals. So guys, avoid it. And environment design is also making good things easier to thrive in your environment and making bad things harder to survive in your environment. For example, guys, I used to like playing on my PS4, my PlayStation 4, right? I used to like to play UFC. I was a right little nerd at it. So I used to play, I used to love playing it. I was quite a good player. But I knew it was detrimental to my goals and I should do something about it. So what have I done this summer? I gave it to my nephew, right? After the summer holidays, I gave it to him, and that used to be in my living room. And guess what? I only used to play like 20 minutes to like 40 minutes a day. So I wasn't on it all day. But guess what? Since I've gave that away, I'm barely in my living room anymore, guys. Look how powerful that thing was, right? I'm not even in the room anymore, guys. I barely sit in my living room now. I'm either in the gym, I'm either walking, I'm either cooking, I'm either doing content, I'm doing what I'm doing right now, I'm scripting. So basically, just from me getting rid of that, that is called environment design. And I've made it in my environment easier for me to work in. Because whereas if I had the PS4 now, I'll be constantly battling myself sometimes. Oh, should I do that scripting or should I make that bit of content or should I just quickly play a few games on UFC? What's going to win, guys? Probably UFC because it's more fun. So you need to make things easier to survive, like good habits to survive in your environment, e.g., getting rid of bad things, just taking them completely out of your environment. And for example, I've also got this table, I set this up in summer as well. Got a table, I've got a gaming chair to make my back sturdy, so when I'm working long hours, my back doesn't hurt. So that's another thing of me making a good habit easier to survive. So I've got my laptop here, guys. Anytime I want to do some deep, serious work, it's not hard for me to do. I've not got backache. I kind of enjoy it because I've got my own little setup, my own little peace of mind going on here. I'm not downstairs with my family and people interrupting me. So I just put like it's cost me like 200-300 quid. I put that into this, and that is a classic example of making my habits, good habits, easier to survive. So I'm making my work more enjoyable. So guys, anything that's good for you, try to make it more enjoyable. I'll tell you another little quick one. I'm getting a bit carried away with this now. For example, I love going to the gym, and that's a good habit, obviously, taking care of your health. So what do I do sometimes to make it a bit more easier for me? I just buy some nice new gym clothes. Like, look, so now I actually genuinely, when I go to the gym and when I'm feeling good and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking good and it's making me feel good, it just makes me want to go to the gym even more. So like, just that little thing of me buying something that's got to do with the gym, some gym clothing, is gonna make me want to go to the gym more. It's just a small thing, like guys. Like I could have spent that money on anything else, but I didn't. Why not spend it on something that's gonna make your goals easier? So guys, that's just another bit of food for thought. I'm gonna move on. I've got another point, but I'm gonna move on because I'll be here all day. Um, the third point, guys, I'm going to make is accountability. The difference between an high achiever and the person who's an high achiever doesn't make no excuses, guys. He doesn't blame no one, no way in. They believe everything is their fault even when it's not. So guys, we have to take accountability. It's like me, for example. I'm a content creator now. Let's just say I make a batch of content, right? I make 5-6 videos and most of them flop. They don't do very well. I can't just go and blame the bloody algorithm, right? I can't blame a posting time. You just gotta be realistic, and I gotta look at my content and be like, you know what? It was some fucking shit content, right? I'm just gonna be totally realistic with myself. And that's the only way you can improve. Because if I blame posting times, if I blame the algorithm, how are my videos going to get better, guys? You need to take brutal accountability. And even sometimes it hurts. Like maybe some things might not be your fault. Maybe some things might not be your fault. But guys, trust me on this one. Take accountability, move on. And in that way, you're always looking to improve, right? You're not playing victim. There's no victim mindset in this involved. So accountability, guys, always take accountability. This leads to my final point, also a very important one. Boring discipline equals sexy results. So guys, high achievers embrace repetition. I was speaking to someone about this the other day, right? I was saying, how do you get good at something? How do you face your fears? How do you become unstoppable? Repetition. And that's with anything in life, guys. Anything you're scared of, anything that you want to achieve, anything that you want to become good at, anything that makes you nervous that you want to, like, for example, that you want to know about or want to become good at, or like some people are scared because they don't know. Some people want to know everything about something before they start it. But guess what? The quickest way to learn and the best way is for you to learn about that subject and become an expert in something is by doing the repetition, by doing the thing, but doing it so much that you just become good. Because that's the only way you can truly learn, guys. You can read a book about something, guys, but until you do that thing again and again and again and again and again, you're not going to become a master at it, right? So guys, boring discipline equals sexy results. Do the same stuff every day. I do the same things every day. I'll go for my walks. I scale all my food. I track my food. I go to the gym. Some days I'll be sprinting and running. It's a similar routine every week. I know what I'm doing. I even write it down, but I don't need to write it down anymore. That's how much I do the same things, right, guys? Are they boring sometimes? Yeah. Can I think of doing some things that are a bit more exciting? Yes, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Can you tolerate it, and does it get better as time goes on? Like, would you start to enjoy it a bit more? Also, yes, guys. So my advice is just keep going. It is boring sometimes, but it gets easier. I promise you, and that is what's gonna get you the results in the end, guys. And guys, my final point before I close this off is success isn't a skill set, it's a mindset. And the minute you adopt these beliefs, your life starts moving differently, right? If you need part two of the daily habits of high achievers, let me know in the comments, guys. I love you all. Like, share, and subscribe.